We are living in strange times because, on one hand, great resignation is going on, millions of people are leaving their jobs to start their businesses, hundreds of unicorns are being built every year. Even in country like India, it is supposed to be producing more than 100 unicorns every year. On the other hand, there are businesses, there are people who are starting up their businesses, who are starting up their startups, and they are not able to survive for 3 years even. Did you know that most of the startups they die down within first 3 years of their business? And the percentage of the startups which do not get on, which do not lift off, is a whopping 99% and above. So what happens to this 99% people that they cannot lift off? They have to stop their business within first 3 years of being into the business. With many dreams they start these businesses, but they let go of these dreams when they do this. What happens to this businesses? What happens to these entrepreneurs that even after starting to live their dream of being an entrepreneur, being their own boss, making difference to society, creating wealth, they are not able to do it. Hi, my name is Amit Kumar Uparelli, and for past 21 plus years, I have been helping businesses to scale up. And I have seen many startups which did not take off, which did not even see the light of sun after some time. On the other hand, I've seen the people who have built great businesses, who have become unicorns. And I have been advising businesses to grow up, to scale up. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can start a startup in India. For that matter, you can start up a startup anywhere into the world. But exactly what do you need to do in terms of your business, in terms of how you do business? I will be giving you some startup tips also, so that if you are thinking of starting up business, you can weigh down everything and you can make a balanced decision. So let's dig in. In this video, I am going to show you what is the opportunity that current scenario is having. What is the opportunity that you are having rather into the current scenario, and how you can start your startup and scale it. And in the end, I'll be showing you your next step also. So are you ready? If you are ready, type in "I am ready" into the chat box. Perfect. See, first of all, let us look at what is the opportunity out there. If you are going to start a business in India, and if you are looking to start a business in India, what is the opportunity? How you should start up in India? But before that, let me tell you why you should start a startup in India. There are 8 major reasons that I have identified, and first among that is, India is having 1.3 billion people in the country, and it is a tremendous kind of market. No other country is having such a huge market. And Indian economy is set up to be just set up to be $5 trillion economy. It seemed like a dream when people thought of it, people started talking of it, but it is soon going to be reality. The economy is growing, 1.3 billion consumers, 1.3 billion people who are eager to purchase something with money in their pockets. But the sad part is only 5% are the entrepreneurs. See, for a healthy economy, there should be at least 16% entrepreneurs. There should be 16% people who are indulged into the business activities, wherein in India, that percentage is only roughly 5%. There are some 60 million entrepreneurs only, or rather 60 million businesses only. There are few entrepreneurs who have got multiple businesses. So actual figure would be even less than 5% of the population, but it is just below the healthy average of 16%. A country wherein you have got robust demand, you have got competitive advantage in terms of having manpower, resources are there, and even finance is easily available. And when there are only 5% people who are into the business vis-a-vis the population of the country, which is healthy at 132 billion people, there is less competition. If you are feeling the heat in your business, then I have got a news for you. This is less competition scenario. You have got policy support, and there are global investment which is coming into the India. So this is the opportunity for which you should start a startup. If you are looking to build a business, this is kind of thing that you would be looking to get. This is the kind of time when you would be looking to start your startup. And in our community, we help people scale their business. What we help them with? Let us see. The process to build and scale your startup is 18-step process. Let me get into one by one. First thing is, you need to identify the problem you want to solve. See, most of the people, what they do is they start by selecting a product or service, and then they try to find out the problem. First, you need to identify the problem you want to solve, and that should be a burning problem. That should be an urgent problem, immediate problem that people want to solve. Then you need to identify a solution. What is the solution you can bring in for that problem, for that issue, for that pressing issue, and what kind of solution you can provide for that? Whether you can provide it by the way of product, by the way of service, that is ultimately dependent upon you. But once you find out the solution, you need to convert it into minimum viable solution with either your product or your service. So once you identify the solution, then there should be a minimum viable solution. What is minimum viable solution? It is something wherein you are not going into the market with something which is already existing, which many people are already selling. If there are 1,000 people selling something into the market and you enter into that market, you will be just another person. So what you need to do is, you need to convert the solution that you have found into minimum viable solution with your product or services. Then you need to find the man. By man, what I mean is a person with the money, authority and need for your solution. People who are having urgent problem, they need the solution of it, and they don't need the solution which is available into the market. They are in need of the solution which you are providing. But these are the people who have got money to pay you, who have got authority to make the decision, and who have the need for your solution. Then while you offer your product to these people, you create proof of concept that while applying your product, your services, these people who have brought your product, they have found the solution. And that is your proof of concept that your product is something which is going to work into the market, which is going to work for the people. Once you identify your proof of concept, once you have proof of concept that yes, your product is viable product and it is going to run into the market, then you need to create a business plan for that. Once you create business plan, then you need to finalize the business model. See, ideally what people would do is, they would identify product, they would identify business model, and they will copy paste. This is the way. Once you have proof of concept, you have got your business plan, you have got your business model, then you need to work on the finances, whether the kind of product you want to provide, the kind of service you want to provide. If not in short term, but in medium term, your operations, your business must be profitable, and not only profitable, but it must have a positive cash flow. See, if your profit is on the paper, but you are providing long credit lines and there is no actual cash flow coming in, then your business is in deep problem. Nobody is going to invest into that business. Once you do this, then you establish that problem on a mass scale through a marketing. Then you establish vehicle. What is vehicle? Vehicle is your product or your service. You establish this thing, then you establish your authority with your proof of concept. That, see, this is the problem, this is my product, this is my service that takes care of that problem, and that is why I am authorized to tell you that this works actually. And when you got the authority, then people will start believing you. Then you go into the launch phase, you take on marketing. And marketing is something which generates leads for your business, wherein people come in and they'll actually buy your product. Post launch, if you are thinking that your responsibility is over, then it is not so. Post launch, you need to evaluate whether your business plan is a perpetual business plan, whether your business model is viable business model, whether your business is providing enough financial viability, whether your cash flow is positive, whether you are able to establish the authority, whether everything is going on right. If everything is going on right, then it's time to build the team. See, up till now, up till this stage, till the stage of launch, you would be having a skeleton team which might be working, but now it is time to build a real team for the real job roles with the real kind of people who have got the capabilities to carry out the jobs. It is time to build the team. Once you build the team, you can attract the investors. See, you can never attract the investors before you build a team. Whenever an investor would look into investing in any operations, in any business, the investor will first look into the fact that what kind of team you are having, what kind of people you are having to run your company. Because it is all about succession. Your business should run with you, without you, in your absence, when you have even left this planet Earth. Then also that business must be able to run. The people who are there must be able to run that business. In recent times, if you take Flipkart, both the founders had to go, but the Flipkart is still running. Once you attract the investors, then you can scale your business further. And once you have reached at a scale, then you can go public. You can go to people with your IPO. And if you have gone through all these steps correctly, properly, then once you go public, your valuations are going to soar. And sometimes, you might be unicorn even before scaling up. At the stage of attracting investors, you might be getting unicorn valuations, but your real wealth will come when you go to public. And people put their trust in you, not some investors only. Initially, the trust of investors is paramount, but later on, the trust of people, trust of everybody into this country is more important for you. Post IPO, if your valuations are good, then more people will be having faith in you, more people will get attracted to you. It is only going to build upon your business. See, even if you do not go through all these steps, you might be able to survive in this game. But if you want to take your business to somewhere, you want to have real financial freedom, real physical freedom, health, wealth, family, your happiness, then you must go through each of these steps. And in our community, we actually help people with all these things, people who are having a real business. So it is kind of model wherein I am helping people to reach at some stage. We are helping people with investors, IPOs, setting up the teams, marketing, and all these things. People who are having real business, we are helping them. And it is kind of working fine because everybody understands everybody's issue. So what should be your next step? I'll suggest you 3 next steps. First, I would want you to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed already, because it is going to help you whenever I will be putting such high value video for you. And next thing is, what I'll do is I'll put the link of the one PDF guide which I have created for you, wherein I help you run your business in your absence in just 6 simple steps which you can implement all by yourself. You can download that PDF guide. And what I'm going to do next is, something which will blow your mind. I'm going to conduct an online webinar soon to help entrepreneurs build their businesses which can even run without you, even run in their absence. So what I'll do is I will put the link of registration for that video, for that webinar, into the comments section below, so that you can register for that webinar. You can join that webinar and you can see the kind of community of entrepreneurs that we are creating for this country. I hope I've been able to clarify as to how you can start a startup in India, and I've been able to give you some startup tips. And until we meet again, I am Amit Kumar Ruparelia. Bye bye.